Morning, guys. So I'm on my way to work. I work a little bit later than normal today. I do one later shift a week. But after that, I'm going to grocery shop. I'm not sure what I'm going to make tonight, so I'm just going to let the ingredients kind of speak to me. I do have that feta cheese, so I'll probably make something with that. But I'll see you guys later. Guys, I'm home from work, so we're going to make a dish with, it's called a Romesco sauce, which is a roasted red pepper and roasted garlic. And I use macadamia nuts traditionally. It's slivered almonds, but I like the flavor. They're a little bit pricey, so you can absolutely use slivered almonds. I've seen it done with pistachios, walnuts, any nut. It's very nutty. Sorry. So we're going to make that with a piece of seared snapper over a bed of just some sauteed spinach, simple ingredient. And then we're going to have on the side a cucumber, apple, pomegranate, feta, and I think a Greek yogurt. I just went through the produce section and just made up a dish. I've done something similar before, so let's try it again. But the first step, I'm gonna go jump in the shower, but I gotta have the garlic roasting while we wait. So I just took the rest of that head of garlic and just cut part of it off and cover it in olive oil. We're gonna cover it in tin foil, and it'll roast for about 40 minutes in the oven at about 375. So we'll start that, and then I'll catch back with you guys in a. And then I just want to show you guys the ingredients we're using tonight. Got some Greek yogurt, some herbs, Za'atar seasoning, some spinach. These are the nuts we're going to use, pomegranate, lemon, cucumber. I'm taking a shortcut. Generally, I will roast my own red peppers, but I didn't feel like peeling red peppers, so we're just going to use these. And some olive oil and cherry vinegar, of course, the best. And then our snapper, which is already filleted. You could absolutely buy your own snapper and fillet it yourself, but I was in a time crunch, so. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to cook is, or not cook, mix, is our yogurt dressing that's going to be just kind of placed on top of the cucumbers, you know, presentation. But we wanted to sit for a little bit because the herbs and the lemon are going to help incorporate into the yogurt. So I'll show you guys how I'm going to make that really quick. I'm not going to blend it, I'm just going to rough chop the herbs inside of the dish. You could absolutely blend it. I just don't have enough yogurt where it's going to catch in my blender and it won't mix properly. So if you had a smaller blender or like one of the Magic Bullet blenders, it probably would work, but my blender is just meant for bigger items. So we're going to mix that up. So we got, yeah, it's only a little bit of Greek yogurt, but we're only making it for me and Tim, so we don't need to go crazy. I have a lemon, and then I have some chives and mint. We're not going to use all of this. We're going to save some of that for garnish at the top, but only a little bit. So we're going to chop that up really quick and mix it all together. Alright, so we've got our yogurt mixture, so we're just going to mix these herbs up. I added a little bit of kosher salt in there as well. I'm not going to add any black pepper because I don't want it to change the color of this too much. We're just going to let that sit for a while. The juice of one lemon, obviously adjust that if you like. As I've said before, I really enjoy pretty acidic food, and the yogurt's already naturally acidic, so be careful. You could also add a little bit of honey. I don't want this to be too sweet because we are going to have the apple and the pomegranates. And then I set aside just a little bit chiffonade of the mint and some chive. Alright, so I didn't really show you guys, but the garlic is nice and roasted. It's going to come out and squeeze out of these perfectly. So that looks really good. The focus isn't great on this. But that's nice and roasted, so that's all set. In the meantime, we are going to toast these macadamia nuts. That's going to be part of the base of the Romesco sauce, along with that roasted garlic. So we're going to toast these up. You know, be conscious. I have burnt so many almonds, macadamia nuts, and things like that. So it takes only about 5 minutes to, not even, probably 2 minutes to roast these up. You could do them in the oven, but you're more at risk of burning them even more. So just keep an eye. Pro tip, set aside half of them in case you do burn them. Then you at least have something to start with, especially if it's like the base of your dish. All right, so we have our macadamia nuts nice and toasted up. I have our jar of roasted red peppers. I made sure that they didn't have any seeds or membrane in them. Sometimes these will. They're all set. They're actually in olive oil and a little bit of garlic, so I'm going to dump the whole jar in there. I think that'll be nice. Our delicious roasted garlic that I could just eat by itself or rub it on toast, but you know. Of course, my favorite ingredient, sherry vinegar, and I'm going to add a little bit of smoked paprika for that smokiness. You don't have to do that, but I think it adds a nice flavor. We're going to blend this up like I said, and if it needs a little bit more olive oil, we can absolutely add. Alright, that's our finished sauce right there. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to season it up, but it looks really nice. You know, Romesco sauce is actually a lot of times traditionally used as a dip, or you could even use it as, put it on tostini, crostini, why did I say tostini? Crostini, I don't know, I'm hungry. And put that on toast as well, it's an option. I like to put it with seafood. I think the really rich sauce with the nuts and the really fresh red peppers goes really well with seafood, so that's why we do this. Alright, so I cut up all of our ingredients for the salad. So we have some cucumbers, our Granny Smith apple, pomegranate, our mint, our chives. I toasted up those slivered almonds, and then we have our sauce. I want, you know, just disclaimer, the pomegranate was not very sweet, so I ended up adding some honey to this yogurt. So if you could use a sweeter apple if you wanted to as well. I just really like the tartness of the Granny Smith and the crunch. If you were to use a sweeter apple, I would not use the honey. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cook the fish. I did take it out of the container and dry it with a paper towel. And I added these score marks right here. This fish, the way that I got it was cut kind of strange. Usually I'll break these fish down myself, but that's okay. I just put a few score marks in it. That's going to help flatten the fish when I sear it, and it's not going to buckle up, so we can get a nice crispy finish. We're going to season it with a little bit of salt. The pan we're going to turn on to the absolute highest heat. And we're going to use vegetable oil. The reason for that is the olive oil is going to smoke too much because we have to get the pan so incredibly hot. Alright, so our pan's getting nice and hot. So we're going to add our fish, skin side down. Alright, our fish is nice and seared on the bottom. We're going to add a little bit of butter, and then we're going to baste it. Alright, so we're just finishing sauteing up that spinach. We just added a little bit of salt. We have olive oil in there. It's already starting to cook down nicely. And then we'll be ready to plate up. Alright, so we have the cucumber and apple salad with a little bit of the Za'atar spice, that Greek yogurt, and it looks pretty good to me. And then we have our nice seared piece of fish with our Romesco sauce and our spinach. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Alright guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was dropping the snapper into the pan, it dropped because I'm not used to this one-handed cooking thing, so it did tear a little bit, and you probably read that in my Instagram already. Sorry to spoil it. But it's okay. I just plated it anyway, and it still tasted really good, and it was nice and crispy, the skin was. But those little things kind of happen, but, you know, just your Instagram, you can fix it however you like it, and just plate it. I just took part of the fish that was seared, and then I just ate the rest. Not a big deal. These things happen, and I'm just cooking for myself and for you guys. I'm taking you along the way. But I want you guys to understand that, you know, this is reality. This is not meant to be staged. I want you guys to see what really happens. So, apologize for that, but those things happen, and hopefully it will make you guys not intimidated to cook as well. I also wanted to show you guys this awesome new beer that I just tried. It's from a local brewery, actually right around the road from me. Right around the road. Right around the road, see? I don't know what I was saying there, but it's close by. You're gonna get a lot of this, just so you're aware. But anyway, it's a sour beer, which is my absolute favorite style of beer, but I also like IPAs. We have I'm gonna get the Jenny Ruby Red Kolsch. If you haven't had it, if you don't know, you're about to know. And you're gonna wanna buy a pallet of it, which is very possible that I might do that. But anyway, I have a blue raspberry sour. It's from K2 Brewing. So I'm pretty excited about this. It's delicious. So let's open it up. Let's see. Alright. And then I do it in I drink in these little tasting glasses because it helps me parcel out my beer. And it makes me feel like I'm drinking more than I am. I'm gonna try to pour this one-handed, but nope, that's a bad idea. So I've had this beer before. It's absolutely delicious. It's got that nice, it's kind of a pinkish color. Pinkish purple. Yeah. And it tastes like a Jolly Rancher to me. It's absolutely delicious. Let's see. Look at all the information on it. So it's from K2 Brothers Brewing, Blue Raz Sour. I want to see what exactly. Okay. This sour was brewed with blueberry and raspberry purees, and there's hops in it as well. It's very, very good. I like the, is it Big Ditch? Berry Vision? I think it's Big Ditch. I think that's the brewery. I'm obsessed with the beer. You would think I would know the brewery. But it's called Berry Vision, and I like it because it's a berry sour similar to this, but it has the lactose, which is the milk sugar in it, which makes it a little bit creamier. You'll see that a lot in the beers that have been brewed lately in the different styles. So you see it in the IPA sometimes and a bunch of other styles. I absolutely like that. I think that creaminess really does help out. But this beer is delicious. So gotta take a sip. Oh yeah, it's nice and refreshing. The blueberry really does come forward. Just really, it's very good. So if you are in upstate New York, I don't know where K2 has their beer. I got this at a local grocery store, so they do have it there. It was in a 4-pack, I think $14.99. A little pricey, I will say, but I like supporting a local brewery. I think that's really important. So a lot of the beers that I'm going to show you guys are local. I did get a craft your own 6-pack with some local, some, you know, big chain, different breweries. So we're going to try that tomorrow. That's going to be part of the vlog tomorrow. And since it's Saturday tomorrow, and I'm off Sunday, I figured it'd be fun to do some type of fun food, whether it's making pizzas or flatbread. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But it's going to be a little bit more of a, less of a composed dish with something a little bit more fun. And I'm going to, you know, Zoom with my friends. Maybe play Cards Against Humanity virtually, you know, social distancing. But this beer is very delicious. I would highly recommend it if you're into the sours. And this is my last one. I got this, I think, I want to say Monday. But I'm going to show you guys the different beers that I have because it's something that I'm actually very passionate about. So thank you guys for watching. And I'm excited for tomorrow. We're going to the weekend. Very cool. And I do work tomorrow, so we'll have another late start. I might take you guys on a walk. I want to show you those fairy houses at my parents' house. I'm not going to go in their house, obviously, you know, social distancing and all that, but I can go in the backyard and show those, so I might stop there on my way home. But you guys have a good night, and thanks for watching.